And we're doing a Celtic cross for Michelle, my wife, my love, my all. And I've already laid the cards. So what I'm going to do is show you the cards as they go. And with the Celtic cross, I'll explain, as the book says, what each meaning of the cards are. So the first card represents the immediate circumstances in which Michelle currently lives. It shows influences at work right now, and it also represents Michelle. So in the first card, will be this one, and is the Ace of Swords, which is a beautiful card. And now Michelle will read the meanings for these.
The Ace of Swords, the key words for this is breakthroughs, new ideas, mental clarity, and success. The description is the Ace of Swords shows a gleaming hand appearing from a white cloud, a representation of the divine. It holds an upright sword, symbolic of the mind and the intellect, and at the tip of the sword sits a crown, draped with a wreath, a sign of success and victory. While this ace is a sign of triumph, the jagged mountains in the background suggest the road ahead will be challenging. You will need mental resilience to navigate this path. As the Ace of Swords was upright, this is the meaning. The Ace of Swords marks a wave of new energy from intellectual realms. You may be on the verge of a significant breakthrough or a new way of thinking that allows you to view the world with clear eyes. Or you may have a sudden realization or conscious understanding about an issue that has been troubling you, and you can finally see the path ahead of you. Meditate regularly to clear away the mental chatter and make the most of this intellectual potential. See this sign as a sign card as a sign of encouragement. It says your mind is in expansion mode. You are open to embracing new ideas, craving stimulation, and you'll jump at the next opportunity to learn something new. You thrive on new ideas, inspiration, original thinking, and vision. And you're excited to pursue new opportunities that draw upon your creative and intellectual abilities. When this Ace of Swords appears in a tarot reading, it tells you that now is an excellent time to start a new project, one that requires your intellect, communication skills, and mental power. You may feel inspired to take a writing class, practice your public speaking, or get involved in activities that require more brain power than usual. How might you draw on this Ace's motivation and take action on new ideas? As an Ace, you're at the beginning of the journey, but you can sense the energy building up and cannot wait to get started. If you channel this energy into the right moves, then you will succeed in your endeavors. Just remember that the road ahead may be jumpy, may be bumpy, and you can expect challenges along the way. Maintain a success mindset, and you'll navigate these hurdles with ease. And as with all Ace of Swords cards, the Ace of Swords represents power, but the sword is a double-edged blade, implying that it can create and destroy. The message is clear. With power comes responsibility. It will be up to you how you leverage the opportunity for greater good of all than for selfish or aggressive power. You will need a strong heart, excuse me, and mind, and need to see how to best use your power for the service of others and yourself. The Ace of Swords also encourages you to pursue the truth of the matter and to find justice. You may champion a cause or stand up for the rights of you or the rights of others. You may have a new idea for which you're prepared to fight, or you may feel fired up about an issue that you feel passionate about, such as human rights. You have great clarity on the situation and can now argue your point of view with truth and conviction. In other words, you are ready for battle.
And we see that this card is very clear that we have a lot of truth coming through to the collective as well as everyone out there. I mean, this card can represent everyone in the entire collective, because we're all seeing this in our collective, finding new truths, and uh, with what's coming and rising. Even the blind are starting to see that with the pedophilia, the terrible things are happening in that realm on our planet, and justice is coming for all of those people. They, like that Jeffrey guy and whoever. But on a personal level, I see this for Michelle as she's rising and her consciousness is rising and being a champion and walking side by side with her husband, being me, uh, in our efforts to rise to the occasion of what is coming for us. And we know what's coming for us, and it's all explained right in that card. So the next card is the immediate influences. This card illustrates obstacles that she faces or influences lying just ahead. We say this card crosses Michelle, and it is the Six of Cups. And it is it has someone bringing a cup and delivering it to this female. Is rather tall and almost looks like a child on there. This is a unique card. It looks like villas in the old country. Maybe it feels like, what does it feel like to you, honey? Where that's located? Maybe 1500, 1600.
London, like in England, in the countryside of England, and yeah, in like the 14th, 15th
century. Yeah. And I don't know, he's got a red cap and she's got an orange scarf. What is that mitten she's wearing? Is that gloves? Is it cold there?
Well, it might be because they're both wearing scarves on their heads, long clothing. So yeah, it looks like she's wearing mittens.
Maybe a fall or winter card.
And, it'll give us a little more detail on the there, but yeah, I kind of feel like maybe it's a little chilly, a little brisk.
And there's a checkerboard, concrete floor that this man's walking away from.
Like the cobblestone, the old cobblestone.
And he has a spear. So let's get more information on this. And each of these cups have a flower. They're all planted with, some kind of flowers or a single blooming flower. So let's get more information on this card. So go ahead, Michelle.
All right, the Six of Cups. Now, the key words for this are revisiting the past, childhood memories, innocence, and joy. That makes sense. Now, the description is, in the Six of Cups, a young boy leans down and passes a cup filled with flowers to a younger girl. The girl looks up to the boy with love and respect as he offers the flowers to her. Love, harmony, and cooperation, all key elements of the Six of Cups, shine through this gentle act. The young children also represent childhood memories. In the background, an older man walks away in the distance, as if to say, you no longer need to worry about adult issues. Just enjoy the moment of being young, innocent, and free again. The children also appear to be standing in the courtyard of a large home, symbolizing comfort, safety, and security. In the foreground stands 4 more cups filled with flowers, and a 5th cup sits on a pedestal behind the boy. Now, the general meaning of the Six of Cups, it's a card that takes you back to the happy memories from your past, whether as a child, teenager, or young adult. You may simply be revisiting these memories in your mind, or you may travel back to your childhood home or reconnect with your childhood friends. You could go to a high school reunion or reconnect with an old buddy. A teenage sweetheart or past lover may turn up again. No. These connections bring you a sense of joy and happiness as you reminisce over all the fun times you had together. Take this occasion to explore whether you still have a lot in common and if you wish to continue the relationship now. The Six of Cups often shows an increased level of harmony, cooperation in your relationships. You're ready to give and receive without expectation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're also willing to give each other the benefit of the doubt, having moved on from the challenging emotions of the Five of Cups.
Yeah.
It's time to turn over a new leaf and start fresh from a more positive place. The Six of Cups invites you to get in touch with your inner child and experience the fun, freedom, and innocence that comes with being a young child again. We do that.
Yes.
You might like to sit down with an adult coloring book, dance like no one's watching you daily, play your favorite childhood games, or spend more time around happy children. When you give yourself permission to be playful, spontaneous, and creative, you connect more with your authentic self and your intuition. This card can also refer to the children in your life. It can suggest a pregnancy, perhaps twins, a birth, and siblings who play nicely together. It may also be a sign that you're about to spend more time with young children, playing, laughing, and learning together.
Yes.
Children are often here to teach you something about yourself and can serve as great advisors. Kids are also set good examples for how to stay present, open-minded, and curious. They see the world as a magical place, and their hearts are open to the myriad of pleasures that are available to them. That's it.
All right. So the next card, card 3, represents Michelle's goal and indicates what Michelle can expect given the current state of affairs. It can also give a clue to Michelle's hopes and fears about the future. This card crowns the questioner.
Excuse me?
And this, oh, a beautiful Two of Wands. And
Wands or rods?
Wands are rods are there.
I think, yeah.
Okay, so it's the Two of Wands or rods. And we can see the man holding the world in his hands, commanding with the rod his or her own destiny, looking over the ocean and just seeing what's out there in his life while holding the world, seeing where he wants to go, what he wants to do, just right in his hands. And it's a beautiful card, of course, and we love this card. And
very much. And I'm
ahead.
pulling it up. Okay. The description of the Two of Wands is, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. The key words are future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. And the description, the Two of Wands shows a man dressed in a red robe and hat, holding a small globe. The world is literally in his hands, marking the enormous potential before him if he could expand his horizons accordingly. He stands within the confines of his castle, suggesting that while he is contemplating significant opportunities, the man has not yet left his comfort zone to pursue them. He's still very much in the planning phase. His hand rests upon an upright wand, and a second wand is affixed to the castle's wall, a further sign that he's still not ready to venture out. In the background, the land is fertile, while rocky, promising that he has a good chance for success so long as he can overcome the challenges that will arise. The meaning of Two of Wands. This card takes the spark of inspiration from the Ace of Wands and turns it into a clear action plan. You went through the discovery phase and know what you need to manifest. Now, you need to figure out how. You're exploring your options and carefully plotting out the path ahead, accounting for all possibilities and potential challenges. You're open to growth and exploring new territories, so long as you maintain a level of certainty that your efforts will work out in the end. When the Two of Wands appears in a tarot reading, you're not ready to make your move. It's more important that you establish a clear plan before proceeding. The Two of Wands is also about discovery, particularly as you step outside your comfort zone and explore new worlds and experiences. It may take courage to set out, but this card gives you the confidence of self-knowledge. You know what your goal is and are sure of its eventual fulfillment. Let your intuition and passion guide you as you can confirm your next steps. The card also indicates that you're considering your longer-term goals and aspirations and are ready to plan for what you need to do to achieve them. You've already come so far, and now you feel ready for a change, this time with your long-term future in mind. You may be contemplating overseas travel, further education, or a significant career switch to expand your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning and a moderated approach, you will set yourself up for success. The twos in tarot often represent decisions of some sort. With this too, you may make a choice between sticking with what you know or taking a risk. You understand the world has something bigger or more meaningful to offer you, yet you also realize that you must leave your familiar grounds to capitalize on this opportunity. Even though you already invested a lot into your current circumstances, it is imperative that you step out and explore your options.
And I see, we know that we're going to travel the four corners of the earth.
Yes.
And it's really, really huge. And we're on the precipice of transformation and doing just that. And we are prepared to, we travel light, we have very little possessions, and we could leave on a moment's notice. We are ready to go explore. We are ready to go to other countries and tell the truths
Spread the word
that we know and give the good news of eternal life. All beings, all souls, and to gather everyone to become one and to have the same ideal and the same the philosophy.
and ambitions and goals and desires.
Yeah, everything. The world is truly at our hands, and we are ready to do what we need to do that. Okay, and now the next card is Distant Past Foundation. Explains how the current situation came about based on broad events that have already taken place. It can include Michelle's personal history or other background information, including childhood or early life experience. This card is behind Michelle. This is the past, and she had a rough past. Everyone's had their own journey and their own past, and not to get into it, let's see what the card says and how it represents what her past was about. And it looks like I need to pull another card. This is like, maybe I don't need to pull another card. I mean, it's an illumination. This is not really part of the tarot deck itself, but obviously the art has interpretation, and we're not going to be able to read this card with a book or anything like that, but I'm just looking at the card and seeing this Michelle standing there with a candle burning, illuminating the moon, the darkness. And she's had a rather dark past, unfortunately, but we've come to the conclusion that it was for her experience and to share with others her experience and help other women that have gone through what she has gone through, and she will bring light to that darkness and illuminate it. So this card, even though it's not part of the tarot deck, it landed in the spot, and it beautifully represents exactly what I see her past as. And I think I'm just gonna leave it as is instead of pulling another card, because the artwork, it definitely.
Yes, I agree 100%, honey, because that was the first thing I thought was, I am bringing light to the darkness that was my past, and finding the good in all the things that I learned along the way.
Yeah.
That I can help other people with, not just women, men, children, adults, people.
So anyway, this has a message on it. It says, what we see in the symbology of tarot derives in large measure from our own intuition, and once revealed, reflects back upon each of us further to enrich our lives. So I do like leaving the message on the card as far as what it represents. And she's in the water, halfway up to her waist.
As a Pisces, I love that.
Yeah, she is a Pisces, so I mean, it totally represents her past. And I'm glad we don't have to really get too much into it. The card says it all. And we're just going to leave it as is.
I agree, Dad.
All right, baby. So card number 5 is recent past events. Indicates events in the recent past, actions or behavior in the distant past that influence the current situation, forming the underpinning of present attitudes. This card is beneath her, and it is the Page of Wands. Another wand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a younger, usually the pages are younger, you know, like late teen, early 20s. Is observing this wand, looking at it. He's got some outfit that's got like salamanders on it and the cape. So let's see what this card is about.
All right, the key words for the Page of Wands. Give me just a second, folks. I apologize. Very thirsty. All right. Keywords are inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, and free spirit. I'm seeing a lot of inspiration, ideas, you know, the potential. All of these things seem to be in most of the cards, you know, ideas. So that's very cool. The description shows a young man holding a long staff in both hands as he looks inquisitively at the green leaves sprouting from the top. His tunic is emblazoned with salamanders, a mythical creature associated with fire and transformation. The page stands still with the staff firmly planted on the ground, suggesting that while he's inspired by the potential growth represented by the sprouting staff, he has not yet taken action on this inspiration. In the background, the landscape is barren and mountainous, implying this page has the gift of being able to find growth and potential in the most unlikely places. He's so energized by his ideas that he can make anything happen and isn't limited by his circumstances. Now, the meaning of the Page of Wands. With this card, you're inclined to give anything and everything a go. You embrace the opportunity to start out on a new journey or project and see where it takes you. You do not necessarily have a solid plan in place, nor do you really know where you're headed, but you're excited about the possibilities. And if anyone who knows me knows, this is so true. You have a gift of dreaming up new creative ideas, unfettered by the burdens of everyday life. Nothing will get in the way of your dreams.
That's right.
And while the appearance of the Page of Wands indicates you are experiencing creative restlessness, notice that the page is standing still and his staff is firmly planted on the ground. He's not going anywhere just yet. You'll need to take your creative spark and ground it down into reality so that it is ready to be implemented in the physical realm. You may need to map out your strategy, or you may need to test your ideas or create a few experiments before committing. It could be helpful to run your thoughts through a filter so that you can only act on those most aligned with your broader goals. The Page of Wands can appear when a spiritual path or journey may be calling you. You have a curious mind and are intrigued to see where this call might lead. While you are very much the novice when it comes to spiritual endeavors, you're open to the experience and keen to discover the new levels of consciousness. You may benefit from working with a wise mentor, someone who's walked your path before and can now lead you forward. Next.
Me. All right, so the card 6 is about future influence. This card represents I don't. All right, we're ready to resume. Resume. We were at 6, and I believe I will go ahead and read this. Future influences. This card represents influences in the near future, including other people entering the picture and short-term changes that may occur. So we have the High Priestess,
Yes.
very representing my wife. She is my high priestess, my queen, my everything. And when it says people entering in, I think this would represent Michelle's higher self coming in. And you can expect, I believe, all of us can expect our higher selves coming in so that we become one with our higher selves, which is more of who we are. And this is where we're at. This is the future in the near future. This is a beautiful card. She has a cross on her chest. It looks like she has almost an Egyptian type hat, for lack of a better term, a crown of some sort. And if you know anything about Egyptian beliefs, you would see this kind of hat on many of the pharaohs, on Ra, on Horus, and it's a very, very powerful um, symbol. We also have the two columns there based off of the building or the
Solomon's Temple.
Yeah, Solomon's Temple. And the dark and the light is what we have here, 50-50 and balanced. And that's what we need, is more balance. The dark has definitely had their way. And so we need to get that in a balance. So we go more like 95%, 5%. I think that's a better deal than 50-50. But they have taken, the dark have taken a very almost 99%, especially in our governments and religions, uh, giving us information that does not resemble the truth. And we're going to be bringing that out, bringing that light out, and explaining,
illuminating the secrets that they have set out upon us.
Yeah, we'll find out everything. And it hasn't been a real party for us. They've been having their own things, and it's terrible. And I'm not going to go into all of the horrible things that have been put on humanity for bad situations. Okay. So anyway, that's her card.
Right, and our keywords for the High Priestess are intuition, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, and the subconscious mind. The description of the card is the High Priestess sits in front of a thin veil decorated with pomegranates. The veil represents the separate conscious and subconscious realms, the seen and the unseen, and serves to keep casual onlookers out. Only the initiated may enter. The pomegranates on the veil are a symbol of abundance, fertility, and the divine feminine, and are sacred to Persephone, who ate a pomegranate seed in the underworld and was forced to return every year. On either side of the priestess stands two pillars, marking the entrance to this sacred mystical temple, also associated with the Temple of Solomon. One pillar is black with the letter B, Boaz, meaning in his strength, and the other is white with the letter J, Joachim, meaning he will establish. The black and white colors of the pillars symbolize duality, masculine and feminine, darkness and light, stating that knowledge and acceptance of duality are required to enter this sacred space. The High Priestess wears a blue robe with a cross on her chest and a horn diadem or crown, both a symbol of her divine knowledge and her status as a divine ruler. In her lap, she holds a scroll with the letter Torah, T-O-R-A, signifying the greater law, according to A.E. Waite, the creator of the more well-known tarot cards. Excuse me. It is partly covered, signifying that this knowledge is sacred, both explicit and explicit. It will only be revealed when the student is ready to look beyond the material realm. The crescent moon at her feet symbolizes her connection with the divine feminine, her intuition and subconscious mind, and the natural cycles of the moon. The meaning of this card. While the magician is the guardian of the conscious mind and the tangible world, the high priestess is the guardian of the subconscious mind and the teacher of sacred knowledge and hidden mysteries. Sitting at the threshold of the conscious and subconscious mind, the high priestess has an innate ability to travel between these realms effortlessly. She teaches you that the world is not always as it seems, and more profound influences are often at play. She ushers you through the thin veil of awareness, offering you a deep, intuitive understanding of the universe and a heightened awareness of secret or hidden information, as we said, coming to life. The high priestess signifies spiritual enlightenment, inner illumination, divine knowledge, and wisdom. She shows up in your tarot readings when the veil between you and the underworld is thin, and you have the opportunity to access knowledge deep within your soul. Now is the time to be still so you can tune in your intuition. The answers you're seeking will come from within, from your deepest truth and knowing. Allow the high priestess to become your guide as you venture deep into the subconscious mind and can access this wisdom within. Connect with your intuition and your higher self through meditation, visualization, shamanic journeying, and being part of spiritual communities. Your intuitive sense right now is providing you with useful information and is assisting you to become more in touch with your subconscious mind. Knowledge of how to fix these issues will not come through thinking and rationalizing, but by tapping into and trusting your intuition. So allow yourself the time and space to meditate and attend to your inner voice. Look for areas in your life that may be out of balance or lacking flowing needs. Now is also a time of heightened intuitive ability and psychic insight. If you're developing these skills, the high priestess offers you further encouragement to continue your journey and trust you are on the right path. The more you listen to your intuition, the more it will flow. Finally, the high priestess is a signal that you are being called to embrace the divine feminine, your connection to your intuition, compassion, empathy, and inner wisdom. Regardless of your gender, it is vital for you to balance and integrate your masculine and feminine energies. And the presence of the high priestess signals that your sacred feminine needs your attention right now. Feel rather than think, collaborate rather than compete, create rather than destroy. Trust your divine feminine energy. Even if the masculine energy around you may appear to be stronger, be proud of your ability to nurture, trust, sense, and empathize instead of hiding it away. That was beautiful, and I love that it's bringing to light. And even that is saying she's here and showing up to guide us and show us the truths that have been hidden from us. That's awesome.
It is definitely an awesome card and most beautiful explanation of what the high priestess is doing. And so we're gonna go ahead and I'm just trying to decide which I want to do next. I'm going to do just kind of the overview, which is these two cards here. These two cards are going to represent the overall of this reading. And now we're going to do these four here. This is card 7. Card 7 is, this card indicates how Michelle feels about the present situation. It may reveal a course of action as well as suggest the role that Michelle must play in directing future events. And she's got the Emperor. And Michelle is full of power. She is. And I know her power personally, and living with her and being with her through these last 4 or 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And Michelle is very, very special, very intuitive. You just have to know the person and know that she does, in fact, have the qualities of the Emperor. You know, she has the masculine energies of the Emperor. She has the divine feminine of the High Priestess. She's an unusual person with connections to Gaia, I've never seen anyone that could tame a dog that's rabid and crazy. And so all she has to do is walk up, and it's done. The plants and animal kingdom all are, and basically they bow to Michelle. It's like they know she's royal. She's one of the highest royals there are. And so it is interesting to watch it from my perspective, how animals and plants and everything else uh, just embrace her. Even a crazy dog will, or a wild animal. How many wild animals have you tamed? Or they just come to
We
you.
had 2 pet coyotes. We had raccoon. Well, I had raccoons. All
So
of them.
Michelle is very, very special indeed, and I guarantee you will see her along with me in the near future, very, very near future, uh, assisting humanity and teaching about our history as a royal family that has been hidden for a time. But now is the time for us to rise, and we are experiencing higher energies. We are experiencing a level of increase in our abilities and healing um, to some remarkable and miraculous healings. In fact, Michelle, her final healing will come right as we do our uh, ascension. And but anyway, I see Michelle as a emperor right next to me. I mean, I feel that well, and I know that she has what we would say a rival in power, and it's my pleasure to walk with her in this path, and I'm so thankful for her to be brought into my life. And she's strong as strong gets, unbelievably strong. Most people would just lay down and just die with the health issues that she has. And now's the time for her to rise. But anyway, that's a little bit. Here's more about the emperor. She's holding. It looks like uh, a couple items in his hand. One is some kind of golden ball in his left hand, and the other is it looks like it looks like a big ankh or something, but not quite an ankh. But we'll find more about the symbolism and his chair with 2 ram heads on the top, 2 ram heads at his hands. So here it goes. Michelle, give us some more on this beautiful card.
Absolutely. The keywords for the emperor are authority, establishment, structure, a father figure. The description is, now if the empress is the mother archetype of the tarot deck, the emperor is the father. He sits upon a large stone throne adorned with 4 ram's heads, symbolic of his connection with Aries and the planet Mars. In his right hand, the emperor holds an ankh, the Egyptian symbol of life, and in his left is an orb representing the world over which he rules. He wears a red robe, indicative of his power, passion, and energy for life. Underneath it, he wears a suit of armor, suggesting he is protected from any threat and any emotional response or vulnerability. His long white beard is symbolic of his age-old wisdom and experience, and along with his gold crown, he is an authority figure who demands to be heard. Behind his throne looms a tall, impenetrable mountain range, signifying he is backed by a solid foundation, but resistant to making any changes unless he deems it necessary. Beneath the peaks flows a small river, giving some hope that despite his tough exterior, he is still an emotional being. It will just take a lot of digging and trust to open him up to a softer side, and that is so true about me. I had so many walls built up to protect my heart. That it took Matthew a good 3 years to break through. And I am so grateful that he did. He brought me to me. And the meaning of the Emperor is as the father figure of the tarot deck. The Emperor suggests that you're adopting this fatherly role, regardless of whether you're male or female, providing for your family, protecting and defending your loved ones. You may be the breadwinner or the rock for those who rely on your stability and security. Similarly, the Emperor represents a powerful leader who demands respect and authority. Status and power and recognition are essential to you, and you're most comfortable in a leadership role where you can command and direct others. As a leader, you rule with a firm but fair hand. You have a clear vision of what you want to create, and you organize those around you to manifest your goal. You listen to the advice of others, but you prefer to have the final say, and you won't hesitate to use your power to protect those you care about. So true. And in return, those people will repay you with the loyalty and respect you deserve. Claim your authority as leader and influencer, and don't let others put you down. This card reflects a system bound by rules and regulations. You create law and order by applying principles or guidelines to a specific situation. Create calm out of chaos by breaking down any problem into its parts, and then mapping out the actions you need to take to resolve it. Be systematic, strategic, and highly organized in your approach, and stick to your plan until the end. The Emperor card also signifies world knowledge and expertise. Through the course of your life, you've gained valuable wisdom and life experience. And now you enjoy offering guidance, advice, and direction to someone who might benefit from it. Yes, I do. You may be a teacher, coach, boss, or just a good friend who likes to take what you've learned and pass it on so others can be as wise and powerful as you and may not have to experience some of the things I did. That is
Beautiful card.
Yes.
And highly, very, it just tells us exactly how you are.
Yeah.
I mean, to the letter.
Yeah.
So
that's so ironic that we had the High Priestess followed by the Emperor like that.
Yeah.
It's both sides of me.
Divine feminine,
divine masculine.
Yeah. So anyways, beautiful, beautiful reading so far.
Yes.
And the card 8 is environmental factors. Represents people and outside factors that may affect the outcome. This card can also point to Michelle's relationship with other people. How much control can Michelle exert over the eventual resolution of the situation? And it's the Queen of Cups, of course.
Yep, and the Cups is representative of Pisces.
And is it the mental realm?
It is the mental intuition, the psychic, emotional, empathetic, the innate ability and power that we have in ourselves on a psychic level.
Mm-hmm. And so
it's very spiritual.
There's no doubt that we have a lot of the royal, very higher up cards popping up. Kings and queens and emperors and pages
and priestesses.
So this is representative of a strong person, and the Queen of Cups is she is strong in her own right. And look at the cup she's got. I mean, that cup right there is that's a cup of cups.
That is a cup.
And it looks like was it my? It looks my. I like the way them sling blades look.
Oh my goodness.
She's got the sling blades.
Okay, honey, don't lose track
Oh
here.
God, it's so funny. But anyway, hey, we can have a good time. It looks like Cupid is coming in here at the bottom where my thumb is, and he's saying, "Hey, look at me! I got my hand up." So let me pause for just a moment. Okay. We've got a throne, and there's 3 Cupids on that throne. And it's cute how we have 3 right here. 1, 2, and 3.
Thank you, Mama Howard.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Mama Howard. And she gave us those as a homewarming gift. And there's 3 on Michelle's throne here. So this, I'd say this represents Michelle beautifully.
Thank you, Dad.
And the Queen of Cups is a very strong in the mental realm. She can manifest whatever it is that her heart desires, and she will. Oh, it's interesting, these little Cupid figures. For their, it looks like they had a fish.
Like little nymphs.
Yeah, they got little fish tails on there, and one he's got on the bottom one, he's got a fish in his hand, like, hey, here's the food. You got to eat fish. We have to get away from the meat, guys.
The red meat and the processed foods.
Yeah, we got to get healthy. We got to quit believing what they tell us we need. We don't need the meat. And many people are addicted to meat. And I've been addicted
hard.
to it, and I've cut way back.
Yes, we have.
And sometimes
Sometimes I still crave a really big steak.
You know, these animals have consciousness that we're eating to a point where it's like a pet. You know, would you cook your pet? Huh? Would you cook your dog?
Nope.
And most people is going to say no on that. And if you get to know a pig, or you get to know a cow.
And pigs are very intelligent.
I mean, if you get to know them, would you eat them?
Oh.
No. And if you get to know them, they're sweet and lovely animals. And they're being treated horribly.
Beautiful souls.
Yeah. You know, they know what they're getting into when they come to Earth. And it's unfortunate that what we've done as humanity, craving and being led down the wrong path of eating the meat. And so I look forward to a situation, and we're going to all help get into that situation where we stop eating these poor souls. It's terrible. It's very terrible. And God bless those poor souls. And thank you for providing food when we needed it, when we thought we needed it. And you poor animals, you've been through so much. They're damaged in their minds. And, you know, if you've been through a terrible scenario or situation, I'm sure it's nothing compared to what these poor animals have been through. And they, just like you, they've got names.
Killer whales will cry and mourn when one of their own dies or is taken for our entertainment.
Yeah.
They will stay at the place that they lost their fallen family member and cry. You can hear them, and it breaks your heart.
Yeah. So I look forward to helping with that scenario. I'm really, it's almost a shame. You know, I feel shame about eating meat anymore. I've lost my desire for eating meat, and Michelle, I think, is on the same verge.
Yes.
But we need to eat more fruits and vegetables and non-GMO products, and learn to live like that. As we can live off of the sun's energy and
the fruits and vegetables will provide everything that we need, nutrient-wise.
Yeah. So, and broccoli.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, the next card is that Queen of Cups, and Michelle's going to go ahead and give us more information.
The key words for the Queen of Cups are compassionate, caring, emotionally stable, intuitive, in flow. The Queen of Cups is a beautiful, introspective woman who sits on a throne at the edge of the sea. In her hands, she holds a golden cup adorned with handles shaped like angels. Unlike most of the cups in the suit of cups cards, this cup is closed, showing that the Queen's thoughts and feelings come from her subconscious mind in the depths of her soul. She sits upon a stone throne decorated with images of sea nymphs, fish, and scallop shells. The sea and fish are symbols of the unconscious mind, and water represents emotion, spirit, and perception. A cloudless, bright blue sky and placid water of the sea surrounds her. Her feet do not touch the water. They rest on colorful pebbles upon the shore. It is as if she is connected to her emotions, as represented by the water, but not overwhelmed by them. The main meaning of the upright Queen of Cups is she's nurturing, caring, compassionate, and sensitive. When you see her in a reading, you're embodying her nurturing mother energy. You support others by listening with your heart, being compassionate and caring for them deeply. You're empathetic and can sense the needs of others by tuning into your intuition, and you hold the space for others to express their emotions and be the truest, most authentic versions of themselves. You've mastered this in such a way that even though you hold a space for emotional expression, you don't take on other people's energy or emotional issues because you're well grounded and know where to create a healthy separation. This card says that you are highly intuitive, creative, and in flow with the surrounding energies. In your interactions with others, you can easily read other people to get a sense of how to communicate effectively, enabling you to both feel heard and be understood. Others may come to you to confide their personal issues regarding relationships, emotions, and feelings. They trust you and know that you always have the right solution. You can instantly tune in to what others are going through and help them make sense of it. You may be a healer, counselor, or intuitive coach, or maybe just a good friend. You recognize the divine in everyone you meet. In your creative projects and endeavors, you feel your way into them, trusting your heart and your inner guidance to lead you in the right direction. You know when something is off, and you pay attention to this. Even if it doesn't make rational sense, you may be in tune with the cycles of the moon and nature, using these cycles to manifest your goals and live your dreams. When the Queen of Cups appears in a reading, you are being asked to trust your intuition. Pay attention to your feelings and emotions. Lead with your heart, not your head. Be open to receive the intuitive messages flowing to you, be it through your dreams, meditation, or visualization. And feel the feels. Even if those feelings are tricky or challenging, you are stronger than you know. And I have been having amazing dreams lately, and the visualizations and our meditations are coming across so strongly. It is amazing. Matthew?
All right, well, that was the Queen of Cups. And so we go to the next card, which is card 9. And interesting enough, that's 9 of Wands that we're pulling.
Awesome.
And this card is your inner emotions. What fears trouble the questioner? What troubles Michelle? What does Michelle secretly wish for? This card divulges the hidden desires and attitudes of Michelle, as well as the upcoming changes in her perspective. And 9 is like a finishing, and almost 10 is the end of a cycle, but 9 is your upcoming ending of a cycle. And the 9 of Wands is the 9 of Wands is it looks like he knows it's coming. He's holding tight to his one wand, and he knows that there's something finishing. He's beat up, and he's got that bandage on his head, and life has been unkind at times and struggled to this point, but we're finishing that kind of cycle and moving on to the next. So let's get Michelle to give us a more perspective on this.
All right. Now, the key words for the Knight of Wands is resilience, courage, persistence, test of faith, and boundaries. The description. The Knight of Wands shows an injured man clutching a wand. He looks over his shoulder toward the 8 wands that loom over him. He seems weary and worn, as though he's already been through a battle and now must face additional challenges with the presence of these 8 wands. As a 9, though, this is his final challenge before reaching his goal. He must endure this last test of strength and character before reaching the finish line. Now, the meaning is the Knight of Wands comes as a sign that even in the face of adversity, you stand tall and strong. You may be on the edge of exhaustion, but you are resilient, persistent, and ready to do what it takes to get to the finish line. It may also come when you're feeling battered and bruised, having endured significant challenges and struggles along your path. Just when you think you're making progress, you suffer another setback. The Knight of Wands asks you to trust that this is merely a test of your grit and resilience. And know that every time you overcome an obstacle, you are getting stronger. You have the inner resources necessary to overcome any difficulty you encounter, even though it may seem impossible at the time. See, this nine as an assurance that you will eventually prosper if you maintain your position. And if you do not succeed at first, then try again. It encourages you to keep pushing. You are so close to the finish line. Even if you want to give up, this is your final challenge before you reach your goal. Do not let go of your hopes and dreams. When you are so close to making them a reality, stand firm in the face of your challenges and you will achieve your goal. Others may try to oppose your plans, make things difficult for you, or even attack you for what you're putting out into the world. Often they do it because they're jealous of your success or are projecting their own insecurities and fears onto you. Don't let them get to you. You're a change maker, and you have a vital message to share in this world. Don't dim your light because of others' insecurities. Seriously, we are not meant to hide in the corners and be bashful. We were made to shine bright and lead others to us and through the darkness to where we need to be. Now, on a more positive note, you have people who support you. The Knight of Wands invites you to find your cheerleaders and personal bodyguards, those who protect you from ongoing challenges and cheer you on to the finish line. Even if others oppose you, you have many more people who support your cause. Let them help you. Finally, the advice of this card is to establish your boundaries and fiercely protect those lines. If you allowed others to stand in your way or deplete your energy, it's likely that you've not asserted yourself effectively with those people to protect yourself. Get clear on what you need in this situation to be successful and reach your goals. And then communicate those needs to others. On the same note, be aware too that too many barriers will prevent others from getting close to you or helping you. Bring your conscious awareness to how you are proactively using boundaries to protect your energy. Awesome.
Yeah, it really is. And I see, as far as I'm concerned, because Michelle is a strong and powerful soul, this reading can actually be used by all of us.
Yes.
Because it seems that even though this is directed towards her and the reading was for her, it applies to all of us. So use this and understand that we're all going through the same things and that we all have our mission on this earth to rise up and to be one special humanity collective growing, to be strong. And you are watching this video because it does apply to you and you were led here to watch it. So congratulations on following your intuition to watch it and to understand that not only does this apply to Michelle, you can use this reading also to apply to yourself. And if you like a personal reading, we can do that for you too. And the last card in this Celtic Cross, although I've got a couple more cards that I pulled extra. The final result is the card 10. This card reveals the ultimate outcome of the situation. If events in their present course, based on the influences described by the other cards in the spread, is going to be the final outcome of this whole situation. And it is a beautiful reading, I would say. One of the best readings I've seen in a long time, because we're in that final stage. And so the last card is the King of Swords. He's got a beautiful, it's another king and another outstanding card. The King of Swords, for the final outcome, if everything stays the same, is a wonderful situation to find yourself in. And we'll use that sword to cut through all the BS and lies that we've been told and come forward, people, and rise yourselves. So I'll have Michelle, after a brief pause for us, we'll get that. All right, so we're back from our brief break, and we got the King of Swords, and Michelle's going to give a description on the card as well as the meaning of the card.
And some key words here for us are mental clarity, intellectual power, authority, and truth. The description of the King of Swords is that the king sits upon his throne, facing forward as if ready to confront whatever life throws at him. He holds a sword in his right hand, the hand of the conscious, rational mind, and points it upright and to the left, the side of subconscious, intuitive mind. This symbolizes the king's decisiveness, but also flexibility in all matters. While he makes decisions based mostly on his intellectual understanding, he stays open to his intuition. The king wears a blue tunic, symbolic of a desire for spiritual knowledge, and a purple cape, symbolic of his compassion and intellect. The back of his throne is decorated with butterflies, transformation, crescent moons, and an angel just near his left ear, positioned as if to give him subtle guidance. The trees behind him stand still, and the clouds have settled. The wind from previous Swords Court cards has died down, giving the impression of stability and clarity rather than the confusion of sweeping change. The meaning of the King of Swords. It's a symbol of intellectual power and authority. Has the courage and intellect to achieve all that he desires. When this card appears in a reading, you are in your power, ruling from a place of authority and respect. You stand firm in your truth and express yourself with deep conviction. As a result, others pay attention to what you have to say. The King of Swords indicates that you have a clarity of mind and can perceive the truth. So it is up to you to take the lead with providing an objective point of view and making decisions based on impartial judgment. You are well positioned to judge your situation appropriately and identify any limiting behaviors getting in the way. You are also masterful at keeping your emotions in check while you draw upon your intellectual power and mental clarity to ascertain the truth. You cut straight to the point and get to the heart of the matter for maximum efficiency and impact. So true with me. While you may worry that you're not being particularly caring or sympathetic with others, this detachment is what you need most right now. The King of Swords encourages you to use your logic and intellect to navigate the path ahead.
Oh my God, honey.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hi, Ozman.
Hi, buddy.
You will need to make
He's sitting on my lap.
I don't doubt that.
I'm telling you.
I see him, honey. I see him. He's getting brighter.
Uh-huh. Hi, buddy.
Oh my God. Hi, baby.
I love you. There's our Ozzy.
Yes, he is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Oh, my baby.
That is.
You will need to make firm and well-researched decisions and stay fair in your dealings with others. You need to be able to take any situation, hi, baby, and look at it with total impartiality, and then come to a balanced and insightful decision. Get his ears, Daddy. He loves his ears. Often the King of Swords represents a professional advisor, such as a solicitor or attorney, financial advisor, or taxation consultant. This advisor has a solid reputation and a vast amount of knowledge in his particular field. He's impartial and will draw upon his experience and his innate understanding of the rules, systems, and structures to give you well-researched advice. He may come across as detached or disinterested in your personal circumstances unless it relates specifically to his skill set.
Let's see if we can get him brighter and brighter.
All right. This is so he can provide only the most relevant guidance to you. He prides himself on his expertise and qualifications and is likely to charge a high fee for his services. Nonetheless, he offers the rigor and specialist knowledge that you need right now. If you've not engaged the help of an expert, the arrival of the King of Swords suggests that it may be worthwhile getting legal or financial advice. If you're expecting changes or particular circumstances that will require an expert opinion, you can be on the front door by seeking help before they happen. That way, when they do roll through, you are ready to demand your rights and find an outcome that benefits you. You may also benefit from finding an advocate or mentor who can provide you with smart, solid advice. And that is it. And that was awesome.
All right. So we have a visitor. Our
Hi,
puppy
Ozzy.
came to see us.
Yes.
Thank you, little boy.
That's beautiful.
All right. So that was that. We also have the bottom of the deck, which is the ace,
And we didn't do the conclusion.
ace of wands,
Nice.
which the aces have popped up. Oh, and another one.
Mm.
And the total sum of the reading is the ace of pentacles.
I think we have all the aces, don't we, almost?
We got 3 of them.
Yeah.
And justice. Justice is my card.
Mm-hmm.
It is the number 11, the master number, the Libra. And he's holding the scales. And
there's a balance.
yeah. And so we get the ace of pentacles for the summary of the reading and the justice card. I asked for 1, I got 2. So we'll first look at the justice card. This king holds his sword upright and with the other hand balanced a pair of scales. He also has the 2 columns. Notice that unlike the high priestess over here, that these columns are both light. So
now also look at the similarities between the high priestess and this one, justice. And justice is also the card for Libra, which Matthew is.
that's what I said.
Okay.
And it's 11, like my birth number.
Yes.
Numerology. I have the master number, which is beautiful. But this justice card, justice is coming.
Absolutely.
And you'll be a slave no more if I have anything to say about it. But I was showing the difference here is we have the high priestess has the light and the dark, but justice comes in as light, bringing all truth, all light, nothing hidden, and it will all be displayed for all to see. All the things terrible things that have been hidden from humanity, the slavery, the everything, the terrible deeds of the dark, and what they've done with the children, and how they've taken advantage of the humanity, and they're tearing up of the earth with the fracking,
overpopulation, overbuilding.
Yeah, and the earth, we're gonna have to clean her up.
Let her regrow.
And we'll have a new earth, I guarantee you that. So we'll have some steps that we gotta take to bring this justice forward, and as we bring it forward, at the same time we'll be rebuilding civilization, because it's not just the United States, guys, it's the whole world.
Yeah, all must be of one accord.
And then of course, all things new. And that's what, this is the hand of God coming with this pentacle, and all things new, baby. All things new.
That's right.
And I love that term. I spoke to Osiris one day with Michelle's help in a hypnosis session, and he said, I was asking him, even the pyramids in Egypt, and he said, all things new. Don't you understand, Matthew? Yes, all things new. So Ace of Pentacles. We'll have the material and everything that's necessary to do what we need to do. And I am so glad to be on the journey with you all, as well as Michelle is, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's get a little handle on what these 2 cards meaning.
Yes.
And Michelle, go ahead and start with the Ace of Pentacles.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to start with justice.
I'm going to start with the all things new.
Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Give me just a second. Ace of Pentacles. And go. All right, the key words here for the Ace of Pentacles, dear, are taking a while to load. Okay, a new financial or career opportunity, manifestation, and abundance. The Ace of Pentacles depicts a hand emerging from the clouds, much like the aces on the other suits. A large coin sits in the cupped hand, freely available to whoever has the wherewithal to take it. It's as if a new opportunity associated with wealth, business, and manifestation has appeared out of nowhere and is now being extended to you in all its glory. The impetus is now on you to accept this offer and turn it into something meaningful, and sustainable. The landscape in this card is a lush and abounding garden, brimming with green grass and white lilies. A small path leads to an archway wrapped in beautiful foliage and flowers. Beyond the arch, mountain peaks soar in the horizon. This verdant imagery signals that the time is ripe to move forward with your career and financial ambitions. While it will require hard work and determination, scaling mountains is no easy task. The Ace of Pentacles encourages you to make the most of this opportunity while it's in its most abundant state. The meaning of the Ace of Pentacles looks like that of the other aces of the tarot. It represents new beginnings, opportunities, and potential. As a Pentacles card, these new beginnings correlate to the material world: finances, wealth, career, physical health, yay, and manifestation of your goals. You may receive a new job offer, an unexpected sum of money. A new business or investment opportunity may come your way, or you'll have the chance to bring an idea to fruition. No matter the occasion, the Ace of Pentacles heralds a sense of prosperity and abundance in the material or financial areas of your life. It undoubtedly comes as a welcome invitation, but it is not a free ride. As with all aces in the tarot deck, this card illustrates the possibility of a new endeavor. It does not guarantee its manifestation or success. That piece is up to you. See the Ace of Pentacles as your green light. It marks the initial stages of manifesting your goals and assures you that you can truly achieve what you have set your mind to do. The world is your oyster, and through careful planning and determined effort, you can manifest your goals and desires. Your ideas are ready to turn into something tangible and real. This card encourages you to map out how you will achieve your ambitions, create targeted plans, and get those actions underway. Keep your eyes open for chances to manifest your goals and realize your inner potential. It is very cool how we have so many things, planning and getting ready and setting everything into motion in this reading. It's all saying, get ready, plan, get it going. You're moving forward. This also symbolizes wealth, not just for a bank account, but your holistic sense as well. You may discover opportunities to generate a new source of income or receive a financial gift or windfall. Or you may have a chance to create wealth in a broader sense: happiness, fulfillment, potential, and love. This ace signifies abundance in all areas of your life. Enjoy it, feel blessed, and deserving of everything that comes your way. If you wish to amplify this feeling of prosperity, live by the law of attraction. Send your positive energy and intent into the universe, and you will receive more in return. All right.
Okay, and then the final on that is the Justice card. Go ahead and give us a description of the card, is what it says, and because we love the way that this particular site gives us very detailed information.
And
that's
in
why
depth.
we're using it
Yes.
in the way that we're using it.
All right, the Justice keywords. We have justice, fairness, truth, cause and effect, and law. Now the description: the figure of Justice sits in front of a loosely hung purple veil, signifying compassion, and between two pillars, similar to those framing the High Priestess and the Hierophant.
We'll see.
Which symbolize balance, law, and structure. She holds a sword in her right hand, showing the logical, well-ordered mindset necessary to dispense fair justice. The sword points upward, expressing a firm and final decision, and the double-edged blade signifies that our actions always carry consequences. The scales in her left, intuitive hand, show intuition must balance that logic and are a symbol of her impartiality. Justice wears a crown with a small square on it, representing well-ordered thoughts, and a red robe with a green mantle. A little white shoe pops out from beneath her clothing as a reminder of the spiritual consequences of your actions. Excuse me.
Before you continue on this, Michelle,
Yes,
I would like to point out something that I just realized and have a revelation about this particular Justice card.
absolutely.
And the female that's holding the scales. And typically what we have seen for Justice in the representation, we see this figure, but we always see what, let's say, the government offers us is a blind Justice who isn't even looking, but just hearing, hearsay. This one looks, this one sees everything. It's not blind, it's not blindfolded, this Justice isn't. This Justice will see everything and not be covered with a veil over the eyes and third eye.
Justice is no longer blind.
Justice is no longer blind. Hallelujah.
Yes.
All right,
I
continue.
like it.
Yes.
All right, the main meaning of justice is this card represents justice, fairness, truth, and the law. You're being called to account for your actions, and you will be judged accordingly. If you've acted in alignment with your higher self and for the greater good of others, you've nothing to worry about. However, if you haven't, you will be called out and made to own up to your actions. If this has you shaking in your boots, know that the justice card isn't as black and white as you may think. A level of compassion and understanding accompany justice. And although you may have done something you regret, this card suggests that you will be treated fairly and without bias. Be ready to take responsibility for your actions and stand accountable for the ensuing consequences. Hence, justice is no longer blind.
Is that what it says?
No, I did.
Oh.
I believe that because blind justice is black and white. It doesn't take into account anything else of compassion.
Right.
Now, if you seek justice, then this card is a positive sign. You will indeed be served it. You may be a part of a legal case or awaiting final judgment from the courts or a governing body or institution. A ruling will be passed down shortly. Once the decision is made, you must accept it and move on. There's no retrials or second chances with the upright justice card. This card often appears when you need to make an important choice with the potential for long-term repercussions. Be aware of the impact your decisions will have on your well-being and the well-being of others. Choose consciously by connecting with your inner guidance system, your intuition, and asking for the answer that is most in alignment with the highest good of all. Be ready to stand by your decisions, as you will be held to account for the choices you make. You need to ask yourself, do I stand by my decisions and accept the consequences of my actions? If you cannot, then dig deeper, plunging into the shadows of what is right and wrong, until you find the place where you can stand in integrity and strength. At its core, justice is about the search for truth. As you explore your truth, you will discover things are not as clear-cut as you had thought. Be prepared to dip into the murky waters and explore what truth means to you. Be consciously aware of what you believe to be true and what you believe to be fair and ethical. It may not be as clear-cut as you think, so prepare to challenge yourself and to explore new territories of your belief system. Love that.
Yeah, that's good. Good. It's all good, guys.
It's a beautiful reading. If you would like one of these, please contact us and we'll be more than happy to give you a reading such as this or a more personal one. Reach out. We would love to hear from you.
And I'd like to end it with a relaxation. So if you're still with us and you would like to join us for a meditation, I'll go ahead and do that. So you may pause the recording and just find yourself in getting into a very comfortable position, whether you're sitting or lying down.
Dim the lights and find a good, comfortable spot.
Yeah, so whether if you could be on your couch, on your sofa, in your bed, wherever it might be, and just go ahead and relax. Relaxing and letting go and relaxing. Relax and find yourself going deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed now, sinking and letting go what's no longer needed. I would like you to go ahead and close your eyes and imagine a beautiful, warm, healing light coming in to the crown of your head. Warm, healing, white light. Feel that beam coming from heaven, coming down from heaven, and relaxing you, going into your crown and down your neck, and through your spine, through your waist, and through your thighs, and your calves, your ankles, feet, and toes, and going back and forth, relaxing you more and more as you sink deeper and deeper and relaxing, feeling so relaxed as your arms and your legs are loose and limp. As you relax more and more, feel that warm healing light going back and forth and through your spine, and through your shoulders, and through your biceps, your forearms, your hands, fingers, and going back and forth, relaxing you more and more as you go deeper and deeper, sinking further and further. Warm, healing, white light, and sinking. You're going down, 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 sinking and relaxing, melting into the comfortable place that you lie and relax and sink. And going down, down, and as you go down, the opening to your subconscious, opening wider and wider as you go deeper and deeper, sinking further and further, more and more relaxed now, more and more relaxed and sinking. Now imagine yourself at the top of the stairs, beautiful stairs. Imagine those stairs that you know so well. It looks like maybe 20 stairs. And we're going to go down those stairs. As you hold on to the railing, stepping down, you're on the 20th stair, looking out and looking down and seeing a beautiful staircase, stepping down the 19th stair and going down to the 18th and 17th, walking down these stairs. And as you go down the stairs, you go deeper and deeper. 16th, 15th stair, going down. The 14th stair, and you're relaxing more and more. With each step, you go deeper and deeper. Now the 14th stair and the 13th, going down the stairs, going down to the subconscious, the 13th, the 12th, and the 11th stair, a beautiful staircase. You can see out further and further as you go down the 10th stair and the 9th stair. You begin to see a beautiful meadow where the stairs end. See the meadow where the stairs end. Going down the 9th stair and the 8th. Walking gently, floating almost. Feeling floating and going down. Floating down the stairs now. The 7th stair, the 6th. Going down, down, down. The 5th stair. And as I snap my fingers, you go further and further. The 4th stair, the 3rd, the 2nd stair, going down and getting used to my snap. And as I snap, you go deeper and deeper. The 2nd stair, the 1st, stepping off the stairs into the meadow, the beautiful meadow. See the flowers. See the flowers in the meadow. See the fence around the meadow. And just take note of all every detail, the color of the flowers. What does the fence look like? See the fence? See the gate on the fence? The gate, and go to the gate where I'll be standing outside of the gate. Come to me now. I'm right here with you now at the gate. And does the gate open in or out? Does it open in or out? And open the gate and take my hand. Look at all the details. All of the details as they become sharper and clearer. And look at your feet. Are you wearing shoes? What does your attire look like? What does your clothes look like? And look at me. What's the color of my hair? What kind of clothes, coverings am I wearing? What do you see? And take my hand. And as you take my hand, we're going to take a little ride, a little flight. Take my hand as we begin to ascend, and we go higher and higher. And as we go higher and higher, you look down and see all of the details. See everything. What do you see on the ground? What do you see in the sky? How does it feel as we drift and float? Drifting and floating in the sky as we go to the top of the mountain and begin our descent to the top of the mountain. And look and feel. Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it sunny? Is it beautiful? And looking at the clouds, seeing the beautiful clouds as one cloud begins its descent and comes towards us. And you're going to go on a ride on a cloud. So come on. As that cloud comes nearer and nearer to us, I'm going to help you on the cloud and get you seated. The cloud is soft and cushy. It almost feels like a throne. It feels like two thrones, one seat for you, one seat for me. And we get on our seats in the cloud and feel the way that it feels on this cloud as the cloud is ascending now, and begin to look again, taking this ride to go exactly where we need to go. So just relax and enjoy this ride. We're going to go to a nice, beautiful place. A place that you need to see. A place that your higher self is taking you. I am but a guide taking you there, guiding you there. And we begin to drift and float. To drift and float. And you're feeling so relaxed. Your body is so relaxed and healing as we drift and we float. And we drift and we float. You may look over the side, See whatever it is that you see and enjoy this peaceful, relaxing ride. Peaceful and relaxing. Peaceful, relaxing ride. You're drifting and floating. We're drifting and floating. It feels so good, so healing. And the more you drift and float, the more healing you receive as that white healing light is healing you, has found any dark spots, highlighting, becoming so bright the dark must leave as we drift and we float. We drift and we float, and you relax more and sinking. Oh, feeling so good. Now we begin our descent in that place as the cloud is taking us where we need to go. Descending now, going down, coming back to the earth, going down, down, down. And I help you get off the cloud. I'm still with you, guiding you, helping you relax and heal. And we are arrived to our destination. And look around and see what it is you are here to see. Feel what it is you are here to feel. And relax and feel and see. All of your senses now opening wider and wider as your third eye is opening wider and wider. And who have we come to see? What have we come to see? Take this journey now and take this time to look and see what it is you are here for. And I am with you, helping you on your journey. And you feel like you're in the deep, deep sleep. However, you are vividly seeing and lucidly seeing all it is that you've come to see, who it is that you've come to see, or what it is. And you will remember every detail. You will describe to yourself all the details in this journey. You may just enjoy this peaceful, relaxing situation that you've come across, that you have been brought to, and just see and soak it up. And I will let you go for the next 10 minutes. And after these 10 minutes, you will wake and you will feel better than you have, like you have taken a long, peaceful rest, a healing, peaceful rest. You'll be more vibrant than you have in a long, long time. When that time is up, you'll wake and you'll be excited. And you will comment and you will tell us about your journey. And we thank you for that. So just go for your ride. Embark upon your journey and tell us what happened, who you came to see, who came to see you. We thank you for that. We love you and feel the love in your body as you're encompassed by this love right now. Feel that warm, healing energy in your body. Feel it encompassing you, the grand light. You have 9 minutes left. Thank you for your participation.